Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Jake. Today, we're gonna solve the question about angle bearing question. Angle bearing. So, because not small students, they are suffering this type of question. So I'm gonna give you some direction. Okay, angle bearing question. If the figure is not following the question, sometimes that is main problem of the for the solving process. So let's see. A ship travels from A. So 60 miles to E. So draw the line here, bottom line. We put this is east, right? West is north and south. So how much? 60 miles to east. Is it okay? After that, 80 miles from B after 80 miles. Here's B. So this is our direction. 80 miles. It adjusted the direction. So 80 miles maybe longer than this one. 80. And after that, we measured the distance between the destination and departure. So we found that this is 139 miles. So how can we solve the question? This angle bearing from B to C. So what is the question asking this? Actually, no, that is not. That is a big mistake. We have angle bearing question is, listen carefully. When you see the angle bearing or bearing the angle without mentioning anything else, so you draw the invisible line, vertical line, just like a north. Okay. After that, you measure the angle like this way. Okay. So in this way, you can answer the angle bearing question. So then how can you find this angle? SOHCAHTOA? No, we cannot use SOHCAHTOA because here's right angle here. If we use the SOHCAHTOA, opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse, so we can use this one, 60, but we don't know this one. We don't know this one, right? So in this case, we use the formula, law of cosine. So there is two law, the law of sine. So if we put the opposite side of angle, just put a small letter a, capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital small c, opposite of angle C. So law of cosine is like this. B square, that means opposite side square equal sum of other sides square minus 2 times cosine B. Do you see the it's kind of formula you got to memorize it. So for example, the opposite side and opposite angle, so like corresponding sides and angle. This square equal the other sides and add them, c square and a square minus 2 times cosine and tan angle. There's a relationship, always work. Okay? So law of sine is the ratio of A and opposite side equal, oh, you cannot see this one. I will see here, log sine. Sine A, angle over opposite side A equal sine B, angle opposite side B, and sine C over C. This is log sine and this is log cosine. Then question, then which one we're gonna use it? So it depends on given information. If there are at least 2 or more S sides, 2 or more sides given, then we use log cosine. Log sine is at least 2 or more angles. Two or more angles is given, then you use log sine. Okay, I got to bring the. So do you see? So I provide you two key information. When you solve the trigonometry question of the scaling triangle, you got to decide angle. You got to decide side length. So how can you find the angle or side length? We use two formula. So log sine is just for when you see the 2 or more angle sides given, then you use the log sine. And if you see 2 or more sides, then you use log cosine. So far, okay? So look at this question. 3 sides are given, and as I mentioned that 2 more sides. So log sine is what? A square equal B square plus C square minus 2A 2BC cosine A. Looks complicated, right? Looks very complicated, but I memorize like this way. One side is square equal is sum of the other sides square minus 2 times the other side times cosine original sides opposite angle. So matching like this way and like this way. So it's my way. So then if I follow this pattern, B square is what? One side square is sum of A square plus B square, C square, I'm sorry. C square minus 2AC cosine what? A or B or C? B, capital B, right? Side is small letter, angle is always capital. Are you okay? So according to this formula, we're gonna figure out the question here like this. One, because our target is this one, let's go. 109 square, opposite side square equal sum of the other side. 60 square plus 80 square, what? Minus plus, yes, minus. Minus 2 times what? 60 and 80. And what? Cosine, what? B, because this one is matching, right? Matching. Cosine B. Cosine B. We don't know cosine B. So use your calculator and use like a numeric operation and one-step equation. You can find the B equal such an angle. So maybe angle D. So we don't have much time, so I assume this is D. Then you find entire angle here, right? So here is another point. Look, if you put a B, this amount of angle, entire angle, B, boy, it's wrong, okay? So you are asked the angle bearing, right? So that's only here. That means you got to subtract what? 90 degrees from the answer. So the real solution is the angle bearing is B to C. B to C is what? D minus 90. So I don't know D. So because D is entire angle measurement here. This is B. D. So entire is D, and this part is going to be D minus 90. This is the answer. So room is small and body is small, so it's messy. But I think I provide you the important key concept when you solve the angle bearing question. The first one, you have to choose which formula, log sine or log cosine, and after that, your answer is going to be not just entire angle. Sometimes question is ask you what is angle B. Then it's even simpler. Then you can find angle B using this formula too. But when you are asked about what's the angle bearing from a point the other point, then you have to always draw the vertical line and measure the right hand side, clockwise sides. And finally, if the angle bearing answer is going to be like this way. You can see this one. You cannot see. I start. If we figure out the angle, here it is. Here, for example, here is 30 degrees. We found, just assume that we found it. Your angle, the expression of angle bearing is north, start north, and 30 degrees, where? Always east, because we measure the clockwise, right? Do you understand? So you just memorize two things: how to measure the angle bearing and how to express, and which formula you're gonna choose to solve the angle bearing question. So as I mentioned that this is my room, so I just put the very small narrow whiteboard. I apologize any inconvenience, but I hope it help your future trigonometry question, angle bearing question. Thank you so much.